growing the sport across the country.
Absolutely. Notice how they brought all the provinces on board. Oh, and Lavoie getting hit by Chan right off the mark there. Ferris staying nice and comfortable in the number 2 position. He's got a good throw. He was a baseball pitcher, but he explained he could never get up to the highest level of baseball because he just wasn't big enough. Doesn't matter how much you train, you can't teach big.
Can't.
Have you ever seen AAA baseball pitchers before? They are oftentimes just ogres of men.
Yeah. Massive arms.
Yeah, so Chartier there moving one position in. One thing that Winnipeg really loves to play is the 2-5 guard position, so that way you have protection for the players on the outside and the inside.
It's a very interesting strategy.
I'm a big fan of it, but obviously I'm from Winnipeg. Chartier with clear block there. Looks like Alfaro calling a play to DePasquier, but...
Of these two teams,
See that catch from DePasquier right there? Oh, is player favorite for me?
Yeah.
Honestly, as much as I'm rooting for Jordan Ferris because this is his first time out, for me it's really Nathaniel Gatza. He's drafted me in our draft league 11 of the 15 seasons that we've run. He is a very talented player individually, and in my opinion, he wants this more than anyone else.
Yeah.
Oh, and wow, Willem just getting beamed there.
Yeah, Red River Rebellion off to a very strong start here.
They are an incredibly strong offensive team. That's why a lot of people comment that they're so good at wall ball, because if they keep getting the balls back,
yeah,
they can just keep pounding it. And if you look at how strong they are. So Dubuc there, number 11 there, with the left-handed shot, he is a switch thrower. He can throw with his right arm almost as well as most people can throw with their right arm, and then he can throw with his left arm better than just about anyone. But he is left arm dominant. Yeah. There we go. Harder and Gatza calling out the throws there. They're calling out the play. Oh, and connecting on DePasquier, who was screened ever so slightly by Moises. Chris Moises there again, like I was saying, very jumpy. Oh, they're calling him on a hit on the bottom of the shoes. He makes a little shuffle off the court. Yep. Clearly not happy with the call, but taking it.
Windchill starting to get some momentum back, though.
Yeah. See, Gatza very strong in the wing position. He's very active in his fakes. And you'll notice that he'll fake about 4 or 5 times before he actually takes a throw. He tries to push you into where you're actually going to be dodging before he takes a shot, and that's how he makes the connections. Now, Dubuc is just such a brilliant dodger. If ever you want still shots of somebody looking crazy in the air, that is a man you want to watch. Harder and Gatza, without even communicating, both targeting Chan.
Both recognizing the opportunity there.
Absolutely.
Makes it a one-player difference between the two teams.
They've closed that gap significantly. They've still got their work cut out for them, though. No weak players on the other side of the court.
Yeah,
the other thing, too,
getting hit out there.
Windchill is struggling with illness. I know that Gatza is also another player who's a little under the weather. Oh, and look at that block from Alfaro. So clean.
Yeah, we're seeing some impressive movement from him if he's under the weather.
He's like a workhorse. He will work himself to death.
Yeah.
He will not stop.
Lots of passion.
It's like Charlie Sheen said, I've got one gear, go. And if you look at how they brought them back, so lining back up again. So we're going to see a very different lineup this time. We got Gareth G-Money Williams. Goes by G or G Money pretty consistently. Number 9, going to be in the opening rush there. A player who's worked on his catching ability quite a bit, but his real talent, again, is on the offense. Sunil Sharma is more of an anchor. One of those players that's survivable. You won't be putting him on the offense. He'll be keeping himself fresh, and then he'll get to the end, and as long as he has balls, he won't be hit. Oh, look at that cheap catch. That is one thing Rebellion is fantastic for. Locally, they play under the name Monstars because the provincial team names are set for Manitoba, so you don't get to keep your name.
Yeah.
But they are so good at making those team catches. When a ball pops up, it's almost certain that it's going to get caught. They rush for it. They know how to do it. In the provincial tournament, Clarence Alfaro was going for one of those team catches and ended up hitting the back of his head on the knee of a teammate and getting knocked out for a few minutes.
Ouch.
Yeah, you could watch his brain reset like an old computer. You know, like, it is now safe to turn off your computer.
It looks like Red River Rebellion's up again this set.
Yeah, 3-5. Sean Oko playing the left wing. He's got those gorilla arms that are super long, which gives him a huge windup, which leaves him vulnerable, but also a great, strong, accurate throw. Luckily for him, he's gotten very good at blocking, so not the worst. He can survive despite being a very tall, lanky man.
Yeah, it's likely why I see him playing in the corner position too, so he can keep that ball to block with.
Yeah.
He ends up getting found out there.
You can see the women's teams from Manitoba are retrieving for the men's teams here. We've got players from all the women's teams suited up and doing the retrievals. Down to Jess Gatz against the whole team. Going high, then going low. And you see Yarjow just charging him like an angry bull elephant.
Yep, finishing that point out. Ends up being 2 points for Red River Rebellion over Windchill.
Alfaro calling their timeout. Or maybe he wasn't. Maybe he's just calling a hand signal. It really looked like the timeout signal to me. Winnipeg going with a whiteout theme for this season. I'm not sure if you're familiar with, oh no, Sunil Sharma there. Struggling with the opening rush, knocking the ball into the other team's side.
That's unfortunate.
It is. It happens sometimes though. If you're running as fast as you can, sometimes you just misstep. Now Kyle Lavoie, left-handed player, but he plays the right guard position in this situation.
Yeah, you see some players like to do that because it keeps their body facing the rest of their team. It makes it a little harder to kind of throw across the court.
I really struggle with cross-court shots myself in that respect. But a lot of it comes, I was saying earlier, to your eye dominance. Mm-hmm. Depending on which of your eyes is your dominant eye is going to depend which way you want to face the opponent, right? But something you should never do is give your back.
Yeah.
You don't see it often in this style of play. There's a couple teams that do it deliberately to get to the rear line faster. They run that way, but generally not a good idea. You can't catch with your back.
Yeah, and a lot of players are able to react and throw quick enough to punish you out while you're not able to see.
So I don't know if you saw that block from Yarja there. He dropped directly to his stomach because he doesn't want to drop to his knees.
It's another 2 hits for Rebellion.
There we go. We got Lavoie kind of wagging his arm a little bit, trying to feel Yarjow out a little bit. Yarjow selling those fakes. G-Money taking the shots. Now in the number 2 position for us right now on Rebellion is Taylor Element. And there's a player who's normally going to play a corner position, but in this one looks like they've got him one in. Probably to rotate into the corner the moment Alfaro gets knocked out. You can see Wu and Moises in the middle. Both players very confident in their dodging ability. They don't need a ball in their hand to survive. And Yarjow, just ridiculous offense there, but doesn't look like he connects, but he aimed directly for Lavoie's toes.
Yeah, you see a lot of players like to do that when the other team's being aggressive up near their front line. They're wanting to step backwards and throwing out their toes at that times. Puts a lot of pressure on them to make a very quick jump.
Yeah. And Sharma misses the block. There we go. Lavoie calling the play to G-Money. G making the block. Lavoie actually looks like he made a connection there as well. You're not going to be posting in missed connections. Leaving just Kyle Lavoie against all 4 players that are left on Red River Rebellion. Element, though, taking that shot, connecting. And that's one of the things he likes to do. He gets bold when he only has 1 ball left, but he knows he can make the shot.
Yeah. So you were talking about the whiteout theme. earlier. What's with that?
Okay, so the Winnipeg Jets, the original iteration of the Winnipeg Jets used to do like whiteouts where everybody would come to the stadium, or say the arena, and wear white.
Yeah.
So when the Jets came back, they didn't make playoffs for a while.
Yeah.
Like a good long while.
Yeah.
But then they did. And then Winnipeg went nuts, and they brought back the whiteout parties, but in a major way. Right now, whiteout parties are happening in Winnipeg for the current playoff runs. Everybody wears white. They shut down a just huge area of the downtown, and people just drink and watch the games on big screens and just generally party.
Sounds like a grand old time.
So it's kind of become like a Winnipeg whiteout sporting tradition. It's not just for the Jets anymore. It is for all of Winnipeg sports. And we're in sudden death already. This is too bad. I could watch this game all day.
Yeah.
Even though Rebellion with a pretty commanding lead. See if Chartier can make something happen here. Oh,
that's a double hit.
He did make something happen.
He did.
Right there.
Right.
Yeah, very individually talented. We had a 1v1 sudden death tournament in Winnipeg. Tons of fun. And couldn't take a point off of that guy. He won the event handily. I got second place in it, and no matter what I did, I could not take a single point off him in sudden death. He's not even able to block.
Wow.
Like I said, very, very physically talented player. He almost turned down the spot on the team this year. I can't remember why, but he was convinced to play.
Yeah, there's another hit for Windchill. Looks like they're going to be
they can put
aiming to get their first point on the board.
Going into the second half, 3-1 is way better for morale than going into it 4-0.
Yep.
You see Gatsa there trying to feel out where Wu's going to dodge.
Mm-hmm.
And there we go. Chartier connecting on the feet. Chartier finally showing why he's on the team. Now, Shane Willem there, you notice number 26. We haven't seen much from him, but there's a player who's consistently ranked at the top in Winnipeg's draft league. We do keep stats there, hits, catches, etc.
Yeah.
And he is very consistently ranked number 1 at the end of the season.
Very solid player.
Yeah, he puts up points, right? So he hits players, he makes catches. But whether that translates into wins is always a different story.
Yeah. You got to work with your team.
Absolutely.
Teamwork's a very big part of this game.
It's not necessarily that he doesn't work with his team. It's just that oftentimes teams have to learn to work with him.
Yeah.
Also, for the longest time, we used to say that he was on rails. He would go forward and backwards, but not left or right. like a Chuck E. Cheese animatronic.
Yeah.
Come to the line, demolish the other team, and then just go directly back, sing a song. Quiet man, too, actually. Not a loud person.
Teams lined up.
Yep.
First rush of the second half here.
Moises snaps it high, but Dubuc catches it. Passes it off to Chan. Actually, looks like he made it to Element. Now, as I understand it, after Nationals last year, Phil Chan hurt his arm, and you know these 3-day tournaments can really do that to you.
Yeah.
He took a see Jordan Ferris there with the catch off of DJ DePasquet. Ferris just great at reading, and you see they leave him without a ball most of the time because that's when he's the most dangerous.
Yeah. Hands free to get those catches.
Absolutely. He always says it's just he can just read the throw because he played so much baseball. He can see the way somebody throws and he knows where the ball is going, and it's easy to catch if you know where it's going. I'm still not convinced he doesn't just slow down time. Oko making the call. Looks like Gatz is probably going to be the one throwing, but see Chartier taking the shot there. I'm not sure if that's the play they called, and maybe he was saying, you know, sell it really hard, Chartier take the shot when we've got their attention.
Element try to get the catch off his own pop up there. Ended up going too far into his opponent's court.
Yep, not the worst idea though, because like while you're rushing to try to catch that ball, if the other team throws at you, that's just balls that they're wasting.
Yeah.
But Windchill didn't buy it. Also, there's the off chance you can tip it back and somebody will catch it.
Exactly. We've seen that happen before.
That specific scenario is actually in the rule book. If you tip a ball back in and then you get knocked out from going out of bounds, and then a player on your team catches it, you can still get revived by the ball that hit you initially.
Yep.
And a lot of players don't understand that. It's a very intricate part of the rules, but that specific scenario is listed, so it is legal. And you see the way that DeBook dodged there by just basically doing a push-up jump?
Yeah. It's always impressive to see players do that.
He oftentimes, too, will like arch his back so that he ends up like putting his legs up and his hands up. He creates like a U with his body, with his stomach facing the floor. My back hurts just thinking about it. Chartier going for a cross on Alfaro, and then Ferris taking the shot on DeBook, but neither of them connecting. So Rebellion now going on the offense. And there we go. We got Windchill looking to put up another point there. They've got a 4-2 player advantage.
Yeah, they're taking their time with this, too.
Sharma not wasting any energy. Like, he's in that catching position, and then he jumps and tucks the feet in. Tucking your feet in is such an important part of jumping. If you don't do that, there's almost no point in getting off the ground.
Yeah. Got to make your profile smaller.
Absolutely.
That was a really good throw. Didn't end up finding him, but...
It's almost like a scissor kick to get out of the way of that.
Yeah.
And G-Money connecting with Alfaro.
Yeah, 4 players against 1.
Yeah, and they're just going to throw all of them.
Oh, one of the first ones found him.
Yep.
Now that's 3-2 game. Rebellion's still in the lead, but Windchill is starting to make a bit of a comeback towards the second half.
Looks like the momentum has shifted a little bit. Windchill almost looked a bit demoralized when that third point got taken against them, but bringing that point back in sudden death really helped them. That's why I think sudden death is so important.
Yep.
It can turn it into a coin flip, and sometimes winning, even if it's just by sheer luck, is a great way to just turn things around for your team. It's like Rebellion taking their time out. Or not Rebellion, sorry, Windchill taking their time out.
Yep. A little bit of a team meeting, talking about how they're going to tie this up and hopefully move towards the win after that.
Notice that Rebellion is rotating out whoever is running for the outside balls. DePasquier misses the catch there. That'll put Windchill. Oh, Windchill, they had 2 players knocked out on that opening exchange. I missed that. My eyes were in the wrong direction.
Yeah, as well.
And Alfaro gets knocked down. So that puts us to 4-on-3, sorry, 4-on-4 already.
4-4, yeah. Pace of this game really picking up.
Winnipeg doesn't play as calm a game as some of the higher level Ontario teams do. Winnipeggers like to step on the gas.
Yeah.
Even our local insurance company is always making comments about how people need to just slow down, but our dodgeball team certainly will not.
You know, once you find your style, you really want to stick to it.
Now you notice the way that they've positioned the players here. They always have a player on either side of whoever has a ball so that the unprotected players are always protected, at least on one side. And you see that topspin there from Moises? Moises and Alfaro both love throwing topspin shots, and they are very effective, so I see why they do that. Because the topspin can also keep the ball carrying past a blocked ball, right, and then into your chest or wherever you need it to go. It can drop a ball on top of a ducking player.
Yep.
Oko thinking about throwing at that huddle, but thinking better of it. Harder not making that catch there.
Yeah, it was a great cross-court shot by Wu.
And Willem almost getting punished when he reaches down for that ball, but luckily for him, the ball hit the ground early. Willem connecting on Moises.
Yeah, evening it up, 2 players each side.
Shane Willem is a player who consistently competes at top level. At a local tournament in November, he competed against the members of the Twin Cities Boosh. And actually, I think they only ended up losing by 1 point in the end, but they led them most of the game. See, there's that left and right movement I said that Shane Willem has now adopted.
Yeah.
That was really the only thing that was holding him back before.
Yeah, it's very important when you're the final player on the court, too.
Yeah, you can't just
It
stay
opens up
in,
all the room for you, so you got to make use of it.
yeah, you don't
Great
want to stay in
dodges
one
there.
lane. Dubuc, flashy as always. Fun fact about Denim Dubuc, very talented card magic.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, not like magic cards, but he can actually do like up close like illusions.
Nice.
And
Fortunately, he lost that point, though.
yeah,
So it's Red River Rebellion, up 4-2 against Windchill.
yeah. A good showing so far from both teams. Windchill definitely looking much better in the second half than they did in the first.
Yeah.
I know Windchill was coming off a big win. They had I think it was a 7-1 or an 8-1 victory for their first game of this tournament, but they also have to sit a long time between games. That might just be what it is. They might just be getting warmed up, right? Because their shortest break in this tournament today is an hour and a half between games.
Oh, wow. Very spaced out.
Yeah, they don't really get to get warmed up.
Yeah, one thing we have been seeing is there's a running track that goes around the top level of the gym. There's been a few teams that have gone for a couple lap jogs before their games.
Yeah, this morning when everybody was warming up, it was like a steady stream of players all just doing their laps. Got to get that heart rate going, get the blood pumping, get warmed up. Oh, and the
hit
double.
element as well was in the block.
See Moises just giving Element a slap on the chest like, it's all right, buddy. I know
Yeah.
you didn't mean to.
That puts Windchill in a very good position.
Absolutely.
You see them doing that.
Moises is
2-5.
so hard to hit generally that if you manage to get him out before he's the last player left, you're in a much better position than if he is the last player left, because he's also a player who can bring it on the offense.
Yeah.
Also, he, once upon a time, was a competitive Pokemon player.
Oh, really?
Yes. And Phil Chen misses the block there, which leaves us just with Rylan Yarjow. Lavoie trying to feel him out.
Keeping that pressure up, too.
Looking. Oh, I think the balls
I think it was
collided.
dead balls, yeah.
You see Lavoie flapping his arm as if he had a ball in it. You can sometimes get players to misread that. Always worthwhile.
Yeah.
Chartier just waiting it out.
Goes for the
And-
punish and finds it.
Like I said with Willem, he can put that ball wherever he wants it. And in this style of play, accuracy is so important.
Yeah.
4-3, so it's going to be a close game. No matter what happens now, it's going to be tight. Sharma snapping the ball off to Ferris. And you notice that he didn't pick the ball up there. He just kind of like scooped it.
Yeah.
That's probably how he missed it that one round where he missed the snap. But
Yeah, a lot of players go for that, though, just to get the ball back as quick as possible.
yeah, it does take time for your fingers to close around the ball. Sometimes it's faster to just do the scoop.
It's a great catch there.
Yeah, I for a second thought that ball went into the net, but then I realized that Sean Oko just has very long arms.
Yeah. Pulled it back in.
Yeah. Windchill with the player advantage. Chartier managing to connect on Chan. That was a dangerous throw to take from that far back, given Phil Chan's catching ability. Phil Chan, to this date, holds the catching record in the Winnipeg Draft League. He made 14 catches in a single game.
Wow.
Yep. The craziest part is that was coupled with like 20-something hits. Sharma passing the ball off to Oko and then receiving a ball from Ferris to take up the guard position. Now, I don't know that putting Sharma in the guard position is the best call at that point, just because they don't seem to be targeting him this game.
Yeah.
Kind of want to put the balls in the hands of players who are getting targeted. But you never put a ball in Jordan Ferris's hand. You just put him in the corner and just wait for him to make a catch. Gatsa getting tagged on the back there.
Yeah. Rebellion
Well,
coming
Rebellion
back strong here.
showing why they're the A team, right?
Yeah.
They won the tournament. They've got the experience together. Windchill having to put the team together, so to speak, right? And Ferris going for a trade there. Ferris, again, just in that ready position. I guarantee you, Dubuc will not throw at him. And he connects on Oko. Next one, going to go for Sharma. Yep. And actually, he's going to try and throw at Ferris while he has a ball in hand.
Great dodge there.
So brilliant the way that he dodges. The best thing for Windchill to do right now would be, yep, put the ball in Sharma's hand, let Ferris just wait for the catch. And look, Dubuque is just going to throw at Sharma.
He gets a hit.
Yeah.
High down to a 1v1.
Faking the underhand.
Oh, goes for the catch and misses it.
He would have been better off just leaving the balls on the ground and just saying, bring it.
Yeah.
That being said, Denim Dubuque, a very, very talented thrower. He can put lots of dynamics on his throws. So putting some spin is a great thing to do against a talented catcher. That was a very close game with Red River Rebellion leading the entire time, closing it out 5-3.